Hexagon update. His political plans for 2016 may be up in the air, but Vice President John Biden says his name is Joe Biden. He expects to stay in the public eye in any event. In fact, he's just signed with Disney Studios to star in a remake of that children's classic, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. He'll be playing Gropey.
And we've all heard about this with all the recent interest in medical marijuana brownies. A rabbi was asked if they were kosher. Great question. The rabbi could not answer definitively, but said if they were, this would give new meaning to the phrase, High Holy Days.
When Barbara Mikulski leaves the Senate next year, joining Barbara Boxer in retirement, the average height of U.S. senators will rise 6 inches.
A report of domestic violence in Howard County. This episode started when a man mentioned to his wife that when he died, she should sell all his stuff because a fine woman like her would eventually remarry, and the husband didn't want some other jackass using his stuff. The trouble started when the wife replied, and we quote, "What makes you think I'd marry another jackass?"
President Obama visited a retirement home recently to promote his health care plan. He asked an older woman there questions like, how do you like living here? How's the food? Got no reaction at all. Finally, he asked the woman, do you know who I am? She replied, and we quote, no, but if you're not sure, you can go up to the front desk and they'll tell you.
Well, Johns Hopkins University Department of Psychiatry has released the results of a 20-year study of people who repeatedly feel compelled to travel to the Arctic and to the Antarctic. Well, the study confirms that these travelers are highly likely to be bipolar.
At a recent White House dinner, Michelle Obama asked the woman seated next to her what she thought of red china. The woman replied, oh, I guess it would be okay if you used a white tablecloth.
Well, a divorce was granted in posh Potomac, Maryland yesterday. A woman testified that when she told her husband that she wanted to see 50 Shades of Grey, he showed her a picture of her hair.
Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Hexagon was supposed to have a very special guest. President Barack Obama was scheduled to appear until we got a very strongly worded letter from 47 Republican senators.
In the latest negotiations with Canada about building the Keystone Pipeline, the State Department has offered a new deal. The pipeline will be approved if the Canadians can improve their border security to prevent the polar vortex from entering the United States. I agree. Keep it up there.
And at Sibley Hospital, a patient told a visiting rabbi he was sure his wife was poisoning him. The rabbi had his doubts, but promised the man he would talk with the wife. A week later, the rabbi returned, said he'd spoken with the wife for 3 hours. His advice, take the poison.
And finally, well, researchers for the Massachusetts Turnpike Authority found over 200 dead crows near Greater Boston. Recently, the cause of death appeared to be vehicular impacts. Analysis revealed that 98% of the crows had been killed by impact with trucks, while only 2% were killed by impact with a car. An ornithological behavioralist hired to determine why there was disproportionate percentages of trucks killing versus cars killing the crows. They concluded that when crows eat roadkill, they always have a lookout crow in the nearby tree to warn of impending danger. Well, they discovered that while all the lookout crows could shout out, caw, not a single one could shout, truck.
So
Thank
sad.
you. So sad.